Time for an update on my free-to-play Tier 5 Hoarding Looper experiment. Let's go straight to the scorecards to see how we're doing. And then we've got some questions that we've had that I will answer for you now. Let's have a little look. Hold on. Why is that? Here we go. So let's have a little look at the last scorecard, which was back on the 5th of October, so 7 days ago. Everything was 21. As I said, that's going to be moving slower now with the City Hall Academy and Alliance Centre. Research is on 2 to 6 days worth of speed ups, and books on 2,100 and arrows on 6,000. Well, we've had some real good moves on this. Let's have a look at today's scorecard. So 7 days later, we're actually on City Hall 22. I've only just finished it though, and I'd already made the scorecard, so that's not quite right, but still a move forward on the City Hall. 21 for the other two. Research days have moved forward 45 days in a week, mainly thanks to Marauders, and of course thanks for coming to the migration. So we've had the caves again, and of course some better events at the start of KVK 1. Books have moved forward over 1,000, mainly because I've been buying them with gems. Arrows has been moving, mainly because of Marauders, a chance of getting 15 arrows on every Marauder kill, so that moved forward quite significantly since within the last week. So arrows are over 30%, we're not worried about those. Books are about 15% ahead of research speed ups, so that's fine. Research speed ups is moving, but it's still the major problem. But I'm hoping that the KVK events, especially Past Glory Stage 1 and 3 just around the corner, I'm going to be moving that towards a year very, very soon. Let's now go to some of the questions I've had. VIP. What am I doing with my VIP? Well, I'm not spending gems on it, so I'm kind of stuck in that hole between 8 and 10, which is a big hole if you're not spending gems. But no need to rush to 9 because I don't really need hospital capacity or another go in my sunset. Not that important. 10 would obviously be really, really great. I'd love that extra 5 speed in build-ups, but I can't force it to happen. So I'm just going to have to wait. Hopefully get plenty of VIP points from events and alliance gifts. But I just can't force it forward any further. I've been asked how old my account is. It's 68 days consecutive login. If we take off the 8 days of jumping, then it's about 60 days old in Kingdom time. But of course, I've done a bit of time travel, so I'm much further into a kingdom now. I've liked how this has gone. Obviously, it's upsetting to leave an alliance, especially if you've got a good one. It's also a huge risk that you won't find another good one. But I've landed on my feet here with another great alliance. What I would say, though, is I do plan, as I think this has been successful, I do plan that at the end of KVK 1, as soon as I'm technically into the off season 2, which is here, off season, which should be about day 130 odd of kingdom wise, I will then skip all of the off season and go straight back into Marauders, which will be about day 170. So that's the plan there. But I need to obviously get a passport. And I've got the whole of KVK to carry on grinding here with this alliance. Well, I've been asked to talk a bit about my commanders. So remember, before I show you my commanders, I'm trying to keep the power trim. So I'm only 550k commander power, and I'm not really looking to move it much further. Instead, I'm just hoarding that if I want to then get Sun Tzu to level 60 with I can, but I'm not going to do it here. I just want the ability to kill forts and gather. Meant to go into commanders. Here we are. So I've got Boudica, who is my fort prime and also my main for barbarian killing. I've also got Bella, who is my secondary fort. Why have I got two people that can do forts? It's so that as soon as Boudica, if I'm with my farm, as soon as Boudica has killed a fort, Bella opens the next one whilst Boudica is walking back, so that you can keep a continuous stream of forts going without having to wait for the command to come back from the other fort. So that's why I've got Boudica and Bella with epic heads spent on them. For taking down marauders, I of course had Lohar, Cao, Archer Woman, Bella to an extent, Boudica, brilliant, and Ethelfled. Ethelfled's also been my lead to help chaining for during events like the Lohar necklaces. And then we go on to the gatherers. Lead gathering for overnight is Constance. So she's the one that gets into that alliance pit and just sits there until she's full. And then I need 5 gatherers now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's my 5 gathering marches. And Elcid level 30 was a complete accident. I just needed a bit more firepower in expedition. And then, not too sure why they're both 10, but everyone else here is level 1. And that's how they're going to remain. Oh, if we go into Sun Tzu, I did put a bit of... I had to spend some experience points for a event. So he has got a bit of spent on him, but he's just going to sit like this. But as soon as I'm ready, I'm going to absolutely hammer the experience tombs that I've got ready for him. So there is a plan, but I just don't want that power on the books at the moment, so it's being hidden in my items. So that's the update for today. That's a few of your questions answered. If you've got any more questions, let me know. If I was to put forward, if this works, and I make a Looper guide, I think I wouldn't start hoarding so soon. You've really got to get the ability to kill the marauders sorted, get to maybe past 2s, then drop to KVK with a little bit more firepower. But then you would have less AP. But of course, if you can get into an alliance that's very, very heavy on running forts, it won't matter. But lots of things to think about. That's where we are today.